So good evening, and today I prepared a nice shiur. We have four parts to the class. We'll start as we usually do with the sicha of the Rebbe about converts and about Judaism, about the neshama. We will see a video of the Rebbe about converts. We will learn about Hilchos, Geulah, and Mashiach. And I would like to do a 10-minute presentation, which I did yesterday, but I refined it, and I want to show you the slides I have for the talk I'm going to give in about a few months in the American College of Preventive Medicine about what we are doing. So let's start with the sicha. In the halacha that we learn Rambam, we talks about, how did the Yidden become Jews? Well, before they became Jews, before Matan Torah, Hashem commanded them to do three things: circumcision, going to the mikveh, and to bring a sacrifice. Okay? So three things: Milah, Tvilah, and Korban. Circumcision, going to the mikveh, and bringing a Korban. That's how the Jews in the Midbar, before Matan Torah, that's what they had to do before they became Jews. Now, nowadays, we're Jewish, but what happens if somebody wants to convert? You only need to do two things: Milah, circumcision, and Tvilah, going to the mikveh. And then, when the Beis HaMikdash will be built, then they will bring a Korban, the Gerim. For a woman, it's only going to the mikveh and accepting the mitzvahs, obviously for a man as well. Now, so if to be a true Jew, you have to have these three steps, how come a convert today only does two steps? He's missing one thing. Is he not Jewish because of that? Is he lacking some Jewishness within him? Okay? He didn't bring a korban. So the answer is because nowadays, the Rogachover says that, because nowadays nobody brings a korban, so therefore the two steps of circumcision and going to the mikveh are enough, and when the mikdash will be built, and Mashiach will come and will bring korbanot, then that person will have to bring a korban, and if he will not bring a korban when he is able to, then he'll be missing something. But right now, he's a full Jew and he doesn't miss anything. Okay?
Fine.
Now, eating a korban is something very special. It says that a convert, cannot eat a korban until he brings his own. Why? Because the korban that he did not bring delays his ability to eat. It's not something missing in him because he's a convert, but because it is a side issue that he has to bring a korban, and if he doesn't do it, he is lacking something. He cannot eat korbanos. And therefore, if he cannot eat the korban, then he's not as kosher as every other Jew. We're talking about the time of the Beis HaMikdash. So therefore, if he's not as kosher as any other Jew, it appears that like another Jew, so let's say you have a real Jew who doesn't have circumcision because his parents didn't do it. He cannot eat the Korban Pesach. Or if somebody has servants and he did not circumcise his servants, he cannot eat the Korban. Not something because he did something by him. He's Jewish, he's fully Jewish, but he cannot bring this Korban, he cannot eat this Korban. And the Rambam writes to Ovadia Hager, to a convert, that at his time, which was after the Beis Hamikdash, he is as a Jew as anybody else, because this convert was really a knowledgeable convert, and he says, I'm missing something. The Rambam said, no, you're not missing anything. Because the fact you don't eat a korban is not because of you. It's because Hashem doesn't have a Beis Hamikdash. So therefore, you are a complete convert and you're a full Jew. Now, obviously, this is the time when the Rebbe said this Sikha was a problem in Eretz Israel about Miu Yehudi, who is a Jew. He speaks about converting people who are not Jewish and saying that they are Jewish. No, need to have full conversion. And a ger that became a convert in our generation, he is a full convert. Now, what is the difference between circumcision, mikveh, and a korban? Circumcision and going to the mikveh brings the convert into a covenant with Hashem. And the korban bring him closer to Hashem. When you look at the convert, there are two general ideas. The first one, that Hashem brings us closer to him, and we become significant in him, in his eyes. Okay? What does it mean we become significant? You know, it said in the Torah that Hashem counted the Jews few times. Why do you count something? There are two reasons why we count. Number one, you count because you care about it. And number two, because you count, those items become significant in your eyes and in your life. So if you know you have 5 children and you count them, every child is important. Every child deserves a love. Okay? So the first thing that happens when somebody converts, he comes closer to Hashem. The second thing that happens, he becomes part of the kingdom of the Jewish people who are Kohanim and a holy nation. So there are 2 steps. First is the connection between a man and Hashem, that a soul came into him. The second step is that the person now changed. Now that he has his neshama in him, he is a completely different person. He is not the same person that he was before. And this is the difference between circumcision and going to the mikveh and bringing korban. Circumcision and going to the mikveh brings the entrance of the nefesh hakedusha. The soul enters into the person. The milah, when you do circumcision, you remove the orla. It takes you out of being like the rest of the goyim, the rest of the nation. And when you go to the mikveh, this brings you to a higher level of holiness. Now, the korban is only a thank to Hashem, to give Hashem comfort, to give Hashem pleasure. As the korban is coming to say, kiruv, it's something close. The korban, the sacrifice, changes the essence of the person, that his entire being will be close to Hashem. And this explains, and this is the connection between a son and his father. And this is what we're going to explain between the time of the Beis Hamikdash and our time. When the time of the Beis Hamikdash, Hashem was revealed. The Shekhinah was amongst us. The people saw 10 miracles all the time in the Beis Hamikdash. And Jews were able to serve Hashem with all their might and all their power. They were able to understand godliness, to love Hashem, to fear Hashem. There was no shame. There was no shame because Hashem was in front of you at all times. So you can do it with excitement, and you didn't look like a fool. So people were able to be authentic. And therefore, now when a convert goes to the mikveh and brings a korban, he connects all his powers to Hashem. I mean, I see converts, I know converts who are real converts, meaning they are real frum. And you see their excitement. But in our time of Galus, what we don't see these miracles, so therefore we cannot serve Hashem internally like it was in the time of the Beis Hamikdash. How do we serve Hashem then? We serve Hashem through our action, through being humble, through being accepting of yoke and mesirut nefesh, to self-sacrifice. When we do that, it brings our nefesh, the godly soul, into us, into a complete connection to Hashem. Nothing is missing because we didn't bring a korban. And here is a lesson to every single Jew. Our conversion many years ago was back then in the 3 steps. However, Matan Torah continues every day, because we said the bracha noisen haTorah, Hashem give the Torah today. So as it was back then that the Yidden became Yidden through the covenant, and when they got the Torah, so it is continuing every single day. As Rashi explains, today you became a nation, and it should be new in your eyes every single day. And therefore, we actually, as Yidden, today are in a way similar to converts. Similar, not exactly. Why? You know, every morning when we say the morning blessings, we say, Baruch atah Hashem shelo asani goy. Thank you, Hashem, who you didn't make me a goy. Okay, right. We know that. I'm a Jew. So I said it yesterday. So I thank Hashem, I didn't make me a goy yesterday and today and tomorrow and last year. Why do I say it every single day? I was born a Jew. I'm always going to be a Jew. So why am I saying this blessing? And the answer is because when we go to sleep at night and the neshama goes up to Hashem, it's possible that the neshama comes back to our body in the morning, a spirit of a goy can come into it. So what do we say every morning when our neshama comes back into us? We are saying, thank you, Hashem, that you didn't make me a goy. I mean that during the night, the neshama of a goy didn't come into me. And what is the lesson? Because every Jew, from here we learn that in every single Jew, the godly soul, the neshama elokit, comes into you every single day. And that is why every single Jew, even a tzaddik, has to say the bracha shelo asani goy. And we, God forbid, we should not, we don't make any bracha lebatala. We don't say bracha in vain. Meaning, our conversion and our covenant with Hashem is complete. Nothing is missing. Hashem loves us every single time, and He brings us this neshama every single day. So even though it's possible that I can get a neshama of a goy, but Hashem didn't do it. Why? Because Hashem said, I love you so much, and even if you sin, even if you did something wrong, I am not going to let anybody hurt you, because I know you're going to do Torah mitzvahs. And when you learn Torah and do the mitzvahs, the Shekhinah will rest upon you. And if you do mitzvahs during the day, you will come close to me in a revealed way. So even though I acted foolishly and I did an Aveira, but still inside I'm a Jew, I'm always going to gravitate back into my Yiddishkeit, and I'm going to not separate myself from Hashem, even though I did something wrong at one point. And therefore, because the neshama is always close to Hashem, it is at the end, the neshama will reveal within every single Jew, the holy neshama. And this is what the Torah promised us, that at the end, all Yidden will do teshuvah. So immediately when we do teshuvah, immediately we are being redeemed with complete redemption through Mashiach Tzidkenu.
Amen.
It was a very deep sikha. Very deep ideas. Leonard, you get it?
I do.
Okay. Let's see a few videos of the Rebbe about converts. Do I move this around here?
In 1970.
Can you hear okay?
Yes. I don't see, but I can hear.
You don't see?
No.
No, nothing to see. It's blank.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Where's my eye? Okay. I'm gonna sign up from here and join over here.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Okay. Jim. Sorry for the delay.
No problem.
Okay, so while we are waiting for it to load.
So the Korban stopped after the destruction of the first temple
Yes.
Yeah.
or the second?
Well, after each one, yeah, it stopped after the first, and then, it started again after the second. Okay, while this is happening, or maybe
We see something now. Okay.
Blessing for a convert.
yeah, but it doesn't.
It doesn't want to load?
Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Shalom. Okay. Okay, let's not waste. I mean, I'm gonna try to load it, but in the meantime, I'm gonna read something about Mashiach. So, every person, the Rebbe says, should do an account in his soul. When is the last time that he thought about Mashiach Tzidkenu with a true heart? And the meaning is to you specifically. Hashem, through Mashiach Tzidkenu, will take you out of Galus, actually, and you're going to go to Eretz Israel. Imagine. Hashem is going to come and take you in your hand with Mashiach and bring you into the land of Israel. When did you imagine that in your personal life? When did we think about it in our personal life? Last time. And don't think about other people. Just think about yourself. When did you last time think about it? The Rebbe says. Go into a room and then to a separate room. Nobody should see you. Sit down there and make an account. Cheshbon nefesh, cheshbon tzedek. A true honest in your soul. And I am sure, the Rebbe says, when you will do cheshbon nefesh in your soul, and you're going to judge, like judges, your situation and your connection regarding thoughts about redemption, for sure you will come to hirur tshuva. For sure you will come to ponder about doing teshuvah. And then through the teshuvah, you will actually bring the geulah right away. Because thinking teshuvah by you is going to tip the scale for yourself and for the whole world, for the merit to bring yourself and the whole world shiur ve'hatzala, redemption and salvation. And it means right away, right away, all the Eden is going to go into the land of Israel, into Yerushalayim, into the Beis Hamikdash, and they're going to be Sanhedrin, and they will make the moon, they will sanctify the moon, and Moshe and Aaron are going to be there. And all these things you're going to see with your own eyes. When did you imagine last time that you're going to experience that? I didn't.
You did not?
Okay, so we need to do it. Another idea. When are we going to have the perfect peace? Rambam writes that the Chachamim, the Nevi'im, the righteous people, they wanted Mashiach to come so they can sit and learn Torah all day long. They wanted to occupy their intellect with the wisdom of Torah. And there will be no hunger, so nobody's going to be running to make money to bring food home because there will be no hunger. There will be no war, so that you don't have to have soldiers who are going to be always training for a war. There is no jealousy, so you don't jealous that he has a bigger house and he has a bigger car and he has a nicer watch. There's no jealousy. If there is no competition. So what are you going to be focusing on? God, learning Hashem, understanding Hashem, which is also today. We can learn about Hashem today, but we don't do it as much because we are busy with other things. And all the good is going to be abundant. And there will be plenty of food. So the whole world will be busy to know Hashem. This is exactly what my speech is going to be. What is the intellect, character, and speech is all about? To know Hashem. And therefore, we are going, the Jews are going to be very wise, and they will know the hidden things, and we will be able to understand Hashem according to what Hashem is allowing a human being to understand. Because the land, the earth, will be full of the knowledge of Hashem like the water cover the sea. So from this is what the Rambam says. From here we understand that the perfection of peace will come in the future. It will be a peace not because we won over our enemy, not because we had a war and I killed my enemy and now I have peace. That's not the peace we are looking for. The peace we are looking for is that we should be able to learn the Torah without killing anybody. Okay? So now, who sits and learns Torah all day long? Only the rabbis. When Mashiach will come, it will be with the Jews, all Jews, and then all Goyim. Now, the rest of the nations of the world will also learn and know about God, but they will only know God as much as God is in the physical world. But the Jews will know a higher level of godliness, higher than the world. I'm just going to read it and then I'm going to explain it. Meaning we will be able to understand the knowledge of Hashem, even before he created the world. And then when we will know that, then there will be perfection of peace. That's what the Rambam means, that this will be that the service of all people will be to know Hashem. Let me explain. Why do we believe in Hashem? A Jew, a true Jew, why does he believe in Hashem? Because it says in the Chumash, Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim v'et haaretz. In the beginning, God created the world. So, meaning, what came first? God. Then first there was God, then there was a world. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. So, when you open the Chumash and you learn, why do we believe the world exists? Because Hashem says, I created the world. That's why we believe the world exists. Non-Jew doesn't have that belief. A non-Jew has a different belief. He says like this, I'm here. My father was here. I'm here. My kids are going to be here. Who created this world? Didn't come from somewhere. There must be a creator. A non-Jew, or that's what the Rambam says, believes in God because he realizes there is a world, and how did the world become to be without a creator? So he sees a miracle that happened to him. Oh wow, God is so great because he made me this miracle. So a non-Jew believes in God because of the world. He sees the world, he analyzes the world, and he comes to conclusion that there is a creator to this world. A Jew is not like that. A Jew, we first believe there is a God. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. What do we think that when we say that in the middle of davening, what do we think all throughout davening until we get to that point? The world is nothing, and the heaven is nothing, and the animals are nothing, and everything praises God, and we're all praising God, and God gives us all these miracles. We elevate ourselves, going from one high level to a higher level to a higher level to a higher level, until we come to say, there is only God. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. There is only God. There is no world. Then we say, Baruch Shem Then we say, yeah, blessed you Hashem, that you created kingship. Then you created this world. Ve'ahavta, and you have to love Hashem. So, but first we are saying, there is nothing besides God. There is no world besides God. That is the mentality of a religious Jew. That means that we believe in the unity of God that came before the creation of the world. God is not one now after the world exists. God is not one now, but also God is one before he created the world. Okay? I know it's heavy concepts, but this is what we're talking about.
You're saying that past, present, and future, God was always there. Finished.
Yeah, okay.
Well, from a scientific perspective, the Earth is 4 billion years old. The universe is 12 billion years old. So there was something before the Earth. Is that what you're saying?
No.
No, we don't
No.
accept that, Leonard.
Well, I accept that.
Not after this class.
No.
So
Leonard.
you don't believe that the Earth is 4 billion years
No.
old?
No, of course not. The Earth was created exactly 5,786 years and 5 months and 25 days and few hours.
So you don't believe in carbon dating or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay. Well,
No,
Okay.
that's a foundation.
Wait, Leonard. Hashem created the world in 6 days.
Yes.
6 days. And he created Adam and Eve in 1 day. There is no evolution here.
Okay.
There is the same way God created light, and he created light in different, he can create light coming from the sun starting at day 1 coming down, and he could have created the light in the middle of the path. The same way that God created carbon dating and all the atoms and how it breaks down. He created, because you think that not you, but science thinks that it all started at one in one way, and then how can it come into a separate there is a time interval between one another, right? The half-life between changing from one state to a second state. Okay, there is a certain amount of years. So but that's because there is an assumption that all, let's say, carbon started at one point, but God could have created all that at separate levels, not at one level, and then it deteriorate. And besides that, many Jewish scientists calculated that the flood, which was Noah's flood, right? We learned about that.
Yes.
The Mabul, there was water covering the earth completely. So there was water covering, let's say, America, 10,000 feet of water covering the country. Those water, if you calculate the weight, the atmospheric pressure of the weight of the water on the earth, it was boiling water. So if you calculate boiling water and pressure, all the dating of all this is not constant. The earth wasn't constant with the same temperature and the same atmospheric pressure all throughout creation. But I'm not an expert. I mean, there are articles written by very Orthodox Hasidic people believing, explaining how these are not accurate carbon dating, etc. But now let me spend the last 10 minutes showing you my presentation, because I want to speak about it and I want to hear your opinion. Okay. It's not in here.
Who is the man standing next to you?
My grandfather, Alav Shalom,
Ah,
Saba Muni,
Muni.
Yechiel Michel. I'll show it to him again. You want to see him again?
You look just like him.
Yeah?
Exactly.
I look like my mother, yeah. This was in my wedding.
I don't see that you look like him. I know what your mother looks like. I see that you look like this grandfather.
Okay.
I don't know. I see a resemblance.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. It says that from the father comes the daughter, and from the daughter comes the son. So that's how I'm related to. I look like him. You understand?
Is your mother's father?
Yes, from mother's father. Okay, so my presentation, purpose-oriented life through intellect, character, and expression, meaning how we can improve our intellect, like what we are doing, we are learning. So now you heard new concepts. Then we are refining our character, improving, and as we're going to talk about, and expression through the speech. The topic that I'm going to present is named Inner Harmony and Preventive Medicine, a character-based model for enhancing health and meaning in life. I have no financial benefit. At the conclusion, you will understand what the purpose-oriented life framework means, that in order to achieve virtuous character and to gain more intellect and refine our speech, that is how we are able to apply this framework. We're going to recognize that cultivating intellect, character, and expression will achieve harmony between us and our environment, and this can serve as a protective factors for long-term overall health and well-being. And we'll integrate the model into clinical practice. We will learn how to incorporate this purpose-oriented life framework into patient care, to learn to empower patients to take control of their personality and to achieve better health. So after 20 years working in medicine, realizing that a healthy body is only one part of a healthy person. It's okay to eat healthy and exercise and take care of our health, but we have to add intellect, character, and expression. I want to give thanks to my mentor, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, who emphasized that our generation requires a unique form of healing through refining ourselves, committing to acts of goodness and kindness, and improving the world around us. I have created, through trying to be a better doctor, a better husband, and a better father, as well as a better religious person. I learned about what structure there are to improve ourselves. And based on that, I've created these 4 pages, which I hand in to my patients, and I explain to them. It only takes me 3 to 4 minutes to explain this framework. So I tell them, what is the purpose of our life? What is my mission, my meaning? What am I contributing to others and to the world? We talk about that. And I tell them, then you have to orient yourself and live intentionally according to that purpose. You need to have a life that is embracing fullness of a wholesome living. Integrate your mind, your body, and soul into holistic well-being. You have to work on your intellect. You have to cultivate wisdom and awareness. Guide your judgment and balance extreme for thoughtful decision-making. Character, refine the traits like humility, patience, courage, kindness, and expression, using words or silence with intention. We should direct our speech towards growth, connection, and well-being. Clinically, this police model has the potential to reduce disease burden, to lower anxiety, enhance trust in the personal recovery. That really is trust in Hashem, that God is the healer, improve overall well-being and outlook on life. So what is the purpose? The purpose is a sense of meaning and reason. Daily actions brings to life's fulfillment. And inner harmony means the balance between one's inner self and the environment. We need to align optimally our thoughts, emotion, and actions. And now we're going to go into the 3 steps. As I told you that I give it to on a meeting, I explain, and then on subsequent visit, we visit it. Intellect means to sit and learn, increase your knowledge, learn new things. Character. Character is a continuum. It's not just giving. There is character. If you can see here on the x-axis, there is a character trait. It is on the left side, there is deficiency. On the right side, there is exaggeration. Those 2 character traits are not good. And only the middle path, the virtuous, is the good character. If we are talking about that we want to refine our personality, the higher you go on the y-axis, the better you become. Now, there are many character traits, okay? And I'm just giving a sample. Let's take one of here on the right, giving and spending money. There are people who are stingy. They don't want to use money for themselves, and for sure they don't want to use money and give it to others. There are people on the other extreme who are spending too much money in a reckless manner. And then there is the liberality, the balance. You use money for yourself and you use money for others. Let's choose one more. Shyness, being shy, not wanting to start something new, being afraid to do something new, or on the other side, being aggressive. What is the middle path is a good natured and assertiveness. Okay, so we have all this, and I ask people, please rate, where do you think you fall on this continuum? And you don't have to answer it to me, you can do it for yourself. But I bring it into attention, I bring it into awareness. So I say, where do you rank yourself? And then I give them advice how to improve. And then we go to speak about expression. I can talk about it for a long time, but we need to move because I only have 10 minutes. Expression, speech. Speech is divided into several types. We have desirable, saying the truth, saying praise, inspiring stories. I ask people, here is a table with percentages. Tell me what percentage of your speech during the day is currently desirable. What percentage of your speech is natural? Matters concerning business, livelihood, and everyday life, probably it's about 60%. Then there is discouraged speech, which brings no benefit to a person, or speech which is forbidden, like false testimony, lies. And then silence, keeping quiet, not responding. I asked him to rank how much you spent today, and then we set a goal that we should increase the desirable and silence, and we should decrease the natural, discouraged, and forbidden. What are the short-term goals? So this is the 3 items that I present to patients in my office. What are my short-term goal? That people, the attendants will gain practical strategies of incorporating purpose, balance, and emotional harmony as integral components of preventive medicine. This pilot study demonstrates the need for controlled studies to establish the feasibility of integrating police into standard wellness visit. In the future goal, I'd like to develop a standardized assessment with clear path for improvement, build a comprehensive library of resources for learning and self-reflection, create a digital platform, both web and mobile, for real-time guidance and periodic self-evaluation. I invite you to explore the material and self-assessment tools available on the website torahcure.com. That's 10 minutes.
Bravo. Bravo. 10 times better. 10 times better. It flows now. You start, you go down the list. It was disjointed the other day. This is much better.
Baruch Hashem.
Wow.
I work on it every day.
One day.
That was
Yeah.
fantastic and inspiring, really inspiring.
Thank you. Thank you, Michal.
Wow.
So where will you be giving this speech?
This speech is going to be given in Baltimore, middle of May.
And who is your intended audience?
It is the American College of Preventive Medicine.
Okay.
Do you know what day you're speaking on? It's a weekend.
It's a weekend, I know. The conference is from Thursday to Sunday. Unfortunately, they assigned me on Shabbos, which I asked them to change it. So I hope they're going to change. If they won't change, I won't give it. But
So I Googled your dates.
yeah.
I went on preventive medicine conference.
Yeah.
You know what date is Friday? Yom
No.
HaAtzmaut.
Oh, yeah?
You know what date is Sunday? Rosh
No.
Chodesh.
Rosh Chodesh. No. Rosh Chodesh Iyar? No, איך Rosh Chodesh?
1 second. Then maybe I made a mistake. Yom HaAtzmaut is definitely on Friday. You said May 17th.
No, well, May 6th. Okay, it's May 14, 15, 16, 17. It's Rosh Chodesh Sivan is Sunday.
Sunday.
Yom Ha'atzmaut is Kafchet? Sivan? Kafchet Iyar? No.
I saw it. Hold
Yom
on.
Yerushalayim maybe.
Hold on. Hold on.
מתי זה יום ירושלים? מתי זה יום ירושלים?
כ"ח אייר, וזה...
כ"ח אייר, that's the day it's my...
זה יום הולדת של
You
דוד.
wanna
It is
you want a
Friday.
little tip
Yes,
on public speaking?
May.
yes. I want a tip.
Yom Yerushalayim.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I said Yom Ha'atzmaut.
Yes,
Yom Yerushalayim is Friday.
yes.
Sunday.
Try and memorize as much of your speech as you can,
Yeah.
because when you read and your head is down, that's boring. You memorize as much of your speech as you can. You look to the left of the audience, you look to the middle of the audience, you look to the right of the audience at certain points during your speech. If your head is down and your eyes are down, you're not keeping the audience's attention.
Okay, but
So-
I mean, I right now didn't read anything. I said it out loud.
No,
I said
I
it for
understand that. I'm just saying, for when you give it, those are the keys to keeping an audience's attention.
Yeah.
Correct. It's very easy. All you have to do is talk to yourself about 10 times your speech before you give it. You walk around talking to yourself.
Yeah, I already,
It's stone cold.
Okay, thank you.
But it's
Okay.
so much better than what you said on Wednesday. It flows now.
Yes.
And I still love the whole police acronym. It's so it makes sense. What do you
Thank
say,
you very
Levin?
much for your time,
Thank you, Leonard.
and you have a wonderful
Shout it.
Shabbat.
Leonard, I want to ask you, did you understand what I said?
The police
Yes.
speech, yes, it was very well put out. Just remember, the delivery is the key.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but the will you be having an overhead projector or something?
Well, yeah, I mean, I just showed it to you, no?
Okay, so
Did you see it or no?
yes, I saw it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's I have to submit those slides by tomorrow.
Okay.
That's why I rehearsed.
אני לא יודעת איך זה נקרא. יש מסך, כאילו כמו
אבל לא צריך את
סטנדר,
זה.
והכל כתוב.
Okay.
טלטמפר.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, good night. Good Shabbos.
Good night.
Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Silverstein. Good Shabbos. Michal, is Baruch there? Michal?
I don't think she's on.
Oh, okay.
Lila Tov.
Bye, Laila.
לילה טוב.